Quality is nothing but the conformance to requirements, and we can also tell in the different point, that is customer's point of view. In the customer's point of view, it is like fitness for use, and then basic issues like it begins with the customer, it ends with the customer. So when we talk about the project quality management, what is a quality? Quality is defined as the degree to which the project fulfills requirements, or quality means fitness for use. So whatever you are taking it for the usage, it should be fit in according to that. So that is nothing but your quality. According to this definition of Joseph Joran. So come for the next one, that is the standard definition given by the International Organization of Standardization. Quality is the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfill requirements. So we have already the set of inherent characteristics. We are going to match up with that characteristics. So that is nothing but we are checking up with the quality things. So when we talk about the other prospect, that is prevention is better than the control. So we need to check every now and then what we have achieved and what is our target which we based on. So that is nothing but do it at the right first time. Zero defect is a goal of quality. So why we need to check the quality? Because we need to give the project with a zero defect. So that's the reason we use these things. So comfort quality relates to the continuous improvement of people and procedures. So quality is nothing but it is a continuous change or else continuous improvement in the policies or procedures as well. So that's the reason we need to depend upon the quality management. So when we talk about the quality management, it is nothing but again creating of following policies, procedures as well, and all this follows with the certain different steps, that is like with the three major steps. Which are those three major steps? Like plan quality management, very first thing we have to plan out what exactly we are going to achieve. So very secondly, we have to check out the very next one, that is perform quality with the assured one, like assurance. So we are assuring something and we have to meet up with that, that is the second point. So when we talk about the third point, that is nothing but control quality. It is nothing like we are just running out of time and then we are just into the involvement of quality improvement beyond our cost and the time, then there is no use of such quality things. So we need to know where exactly we need to control the quality things as well. So what quality we have already set up and whether we are matching up with that or not. So that is the third point. So let us see each one in detail for a 2 lines, that is plan quality management. The process of identifying projects quality requirements and how these requirements will be met. So we have set certain things already, we planned out certain things, how we need to achieve that, that is nothing but your plan quality management. So when we talk about the plan quality management, we can also adopt the fishbone system wherein we check all the M's of the management: machine, like machinery, men, money and equipments and different things which comes into the picture as a management structure. So apart from that, even you can even go with the policy, procedure, techniques and methods what you are going to use, that we are going to check with the fishbone system as well. Apart from that, so we can also go for the analyzing with the major prospect of Six Sigma. So when we talk about a Six Sigma, that is nothing but like set procedures will be there, set of procedures, standardized one. So we check with all those requirements and then we certify the things. That is nothing but our plan quality management. So when we talk about the perform quality assurance, means already we have set certain things, we have not guaranteed them, but we have said that we have assured them that we will meet up with your certain requirements, and that requirements is able to meet only with the certain efforts, that is like here we apply the quality recruitments and the audit results from the quality control process to ensure proper procedure are applied, whether they have applied the proper procedure in order to achieve that assured quality. So that is what is going to be checked in the quality assurance. So next is like quality control or the control quality. So we do have heard about the QSS, quality control services as well. They are the third party interference, those who check for the quality and then they check out with the controlling measures as well. So here when we talk about the control quality, in this process we measure the record quality requirements to ensure quality is achieved and recommended changes if needed. If there are certain changes which is needed necessarily, then here only the thing where we exactly check and we scrutinize that. That's the reason this is called as a quality control system. So after being all these three major process, the quality planning again implies with the different things, that is ITTO. So ITTO, what exactly is this ITTO? So ITTO is nothing but inputs, tools and techniques, and then the output result. So when we talk about the input, so input is having quality policies. As I told you, planning always depends upon the policies, procedures and methodology what you adopt. So here also the same thing, like quality policies we need to set up, and then scope for the statement, then the product description, what kind of a product you are going to be give with this particular management system. So that is mainly related to the project. So what kind of a project you are dealing with and whether how much you have achieved and what is your target you need to check. So next is product, after the product description it is standards and regulations. So when we talk about the standards, we have already set certain standards for that, whether we have met with the standards or not, that mid review we have to check with. So after that, other process outputs. So other outputs, how the output can be obtained with all these input things. Again that depends on the tools and techniques as well, that is which is the secondary prospect of us. So let us discuss about the tools and techniques. So when we talk about the tools and techniques, benefits are the cost analysis. Without any benefit of the project or without any other beneficiary things, we are not going to do that project, as we all are human beings and met for the certain cause. So that's the reason we are taking up with that particular project. So when we are doing this project, we should check whether we have met with that particular cost analysis or not. So next is like benchmarking. What exactly is this benchmarking? Means where exactly we need to stop with. So certain times we may adopt a very best equipments, tools, everything, but we don't know how to utilize that. So in the proper time, how best we can utilize that and how best we need to spare it off after using. So that is again the benchmarking system wherein we able to do it with. So after that again we have the another thing, that is flow chart. So here, as I told you, while implementing this quality management, so we always follow certain different steps like fishbone, and I have already said about the other methods as well. In this is also the flow chart is also one of that I can say, wherein you will check whether we have followed the same procedure to achieve the first target. Yes, if it is yes, then go ahead. If it is no, what exactly we need to do it with. So what is where exactly we are lagging with. So go for that issue again. Check that the plan B is also working or not. If the plan B is working very fine, go ahead with it and then go for a next S. If it is again S, again go to the down that what need to be implemented in the secondary stage. That is how we check with the flow chart. Apart from the flow chart, we do have the design of experiments. This experiments leads with the different statements, like you can go for the everyday evaluation with the quality control, like whether it is met with the expected date with the expected quality or not. Even for the project or even for the any of the material or a product, we need to have a mid review evaluation every time so that we can check with we have to design certain equipments to set up and check the evaluation system. So after being tools and equipments, techniques and all, we need to look into the output result, how we can grab it, and even is there any chances that we can able to improve in our quality system, or anything needed to be done before going as an output. So let us look out the output thing. Quality management plan again depends on the planning system of this, and also the operational plans, like we need to check with the operational plans whether we have met with the operational definitions or not. And lastly, I would like to tell you in the output, that is inputs to the process, anything is left out or not, the checklist. The checklist is the major one wherein we check with the certain things that whether we have achieved completely or not. If we haven't achieved certain things, the small minute things which we need to achieve, is there any possibility that we can achieve it in 100%? So without any defect, that is called as a zero defect analysis. We need to implement this zero defect analysis while getting the output. So after all this, quality assurance comes into the picture. After all this planning, assurance, input tools, so same input tools and all the outputs, that improves the quality improvement. So when we talk about the quality control, what exactly the input tools, techniques, and then outputs. So when we talk about, I'm sorry to tell you once again, the quality assurance, as I told you, we are assuring the customer or the whoever is giving you a project or a manager or any of the product. So you need to plan it first with the input and then the tools and techniques and then the output result. In the same way, you need to analyze the quality assurance as well. So when you need to check the quality assurance, you have certain other different process to that. That is again with the same steps but the different points again. So when we talk about the inputs of assurance, quality management plan, then the quality measurements, control results. So here we have already set the plan in according to that which has to be worked. So we need to do the review in assurance and give the checklist for the assurance, whether we are meeting up that assurance or not. If not, what need to be done. Then next is like quality measurement, control, result. What would be the result after taking up certain different steps, whether we are about to reach that assurance. That control results we need to check out in input, and then to the operational definitions as well. So you need to find out what is the operational definitions and you need to operate that. So after that, tools and techniques for assurance, that is quality planning tools and techniques, and then quality audits. So you need to check with the quality planning tools and techniques whether it's working very fine or not. As I told you, in order to verify, check, you have already seen in the previous class like PERT versus CPM, which are the major methods of mid reviews and all evaluation of project. Those evaluations are standing up to the mark or not, you are going to check in the quality planning tools and techniques. That you need to check, and as well as quality audits. You need to check out the quality audits whether the audit is performing in the exact form or not. So after that, here in the assurance, in the output, you need to check quality improvement. Again, is there any chance of improvement for the assured thing? So that you need to be look into. So after that, quality control. The third stage is of quality control, wherein again we are also adopting the same steps, like same thing, same heading, that is ITTO, which means inputs, tools and techniques and outputs. So when we talk about inputs, work result. So what is a work result? We need to check. And is there any control measures we need to take up, like all the employees should not be on a leave, like all senior employees should not be take the leave on a same particular day and the people are not working, other down level management is getting stuck up. So that and all should not be there. So that's the reason here it comes with a certain human resource as well as technical and different prospect here. So work results and QMP and do and do nots, ODs, checklist. So overdraft things are any of the quality management prospect, like a project work is anything pending with the quality management. So all that we are going to control in the process of quality control. So after that, tools and techniques, that comes under the inspiration, control charts, and then statistical sampling, and then flow charting, Pareto diagrams, and then trend analysis. All this comes in the different techniques wherein you can go with the controlling prospect. So inspection, how often do you do the inspection for checking of all that quality, and what improvement you can do it, what controlling factor is required to control that. It should not go beyond the things. So that's the reason you should limit that in time. That all comes under the tools and techniques. So when we talk about the outputs, quality, limiting, and then the acceptance. So what exactly we are going to accept? So that is another thing, what should be there and what not should be there. So that we will take into the consideration. Then the rework, then completed, and the process of all winding up of quality control. So after all this, so the conclusion is nothing but project quality management is a measure of that a projects realize the goals and objectives which it was intended, following specific in the sense of means of achieving them, like how best we can achieve the best of the quality, that we are going to check with this. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for the next session of classes. Thank you so much.